Hi students, how are you? I hope we all are fine. Today our topic is carboxylic acids and derivatives. Some students ask me, that's why I explain this topic. First of all, coming to the carboxylic acids and its derivatives. What is the carboxylic acids? This is carboxylic acid formula. Here one alkyl group have, one keto group and one alcoholic group. Derivatives means in place of OH, we write some Y. Here we keep any compound, either ammonium, nitrile, like that, chlorines, bromine, any compound you keep, that is the carboxylic acid derivative. Okay, this is the carboxylic acid derivatives definition. Now coming to the classification of carboxylic acids. Are you understood, students? This is the carboxylic acid formula. In this carboxylic acid we have alkyl group and keto group and alcoholic group. Derivative is nothing but in place of this group we write Y. In place of Y we write amide group, nitrile group, either halogens you write. Okay, these are the derivatives of the carboxylic acids. Now coming to the classification of carboxylic acids. How they are classified? Carboxylic acids are mainly classified into two types. What are they? Monocarboxylic acids and dicarboxylic acids. Depending upon the number of carboxyl groups, number of acid groups present in that is the carboxylic acids are classified into monocarboxylic acids and dicarboxylic acids. Now coming to the monocarboxylic acid. Mono means single carboxylic acid, only one acid group is present, that are nothing but monocarboxylic acid, contain one carbonyl group. See here, formic acid, HCOOH. This is the structure, molecular formula. This is the formic acid. Acetic acid, in this also have one acid group. Valeric acid, one acid group. Here number of chain increases but acid group is single. These are the monocarboxylic acid. Long chain monocarboxylic acids like stearic acid. This is the very long chain monocarboxylic acid. Palmitic acid are called fatty acids. These are the fatty acids. Where it is found fatty acids? Fatty acids are found from vegetable oils and animal fats. This is the monocarboxylic acid. What is monocarboxylic acids? Monocarboxylic acid is nothing but only one acid group is present, that is nothing but monocarboxylic acid. I'll give some example here. Formic acid, acetic acid, valeric acid. These are the some examples of the monocarboxylic acids. Are you clear, students? Next, go to the dicarboxylic acid. Di means two. Two carboxylic acids are present in these groups. Ethanoic acid. See here, two acid groups are present. Propanoic acid. See here, two carboxylic acids are present. This is the classification of carboxylic acid. Now coming to the nomenclature. How we name the compounds. This nomenclature is have two systems, common system and IUPAC system. We all know IUPAC system. First we will discuss the common system. How we call these acids? These are they named by using the following two systems. What are they? Common system and IUPAC system. IUPAC means International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Okay. First coming to the common system. Since the most of the carboxylic acids are obtained from natural resources. Most of the carboxylic acids are obtained from natural resources. They are assigned a common name that indicates the sources of the acids are rather than their chemical nature. The natural source is related to that of this chemical nature and structure. These names are usually derived from the Latin words The common names are derived from the Latin words. The system does not follow any rules except that the name of the acid ends with the suffix ic acid. There is no rules to call the name of the compound. Basing on the nature where it is obtained, that basing on the chemical nature and the structure, we call them these. But here we use the suffix ic acid, ic, ic. See here, formic acid derived from the former Latin word. In this, forma is a Latin word, ic is a suffix of the acid. Formica, we obtained this acid from the ants, formic acid. Butyric acid derived from the butyrium. Butyric acid is derived from the butyrium. Formic acid is derived from the, are obtained from the ants. Now, branched acids. If you have only one acid, we simply call it as formic acid and butyric acid. Number of carbon chains. 4 means we call it as but, that is butyric acid. Okay. Branched acids can be named as, if you have a branch like this, how we call it acids. Branched acids is nothing but how it is named as of a straight chain acids in a Greek. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta can be used. These signs can be used for the long chain in common system, indicating that the position of the substituents. Alpha carbon is the one which is adjacent to the carboxyl group beside the functional group. Not a here beside the carboxylic acid group is alpha, then after beta, then after gamma. Okay, if any substitution is there in this one, we don't give any name to that one. Here methyl group is have, we don't consider here is the beta, here beta, gamma. This name is methyl propanoic acid. Methyl propanoic acid. See here we have another structure, that is beta chloro gamma methyl cupric acid. This one here in these beta and gamma positions we have substituents. That's why we represent like this. If we have long chains, we use the alpha, beta, gamma in common system. Are you understood, students? There is no rules in this common system. We are obtaining basing on the chemical nature and the structure. We use the Latin word. The suffix ic is used for the in common system. If you have long chain, we use alpha, beta, gamma for the long chain. This is the common system of the nomenclature of the carboxylic acids. Now coming to the IUPAC system, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. As per this IUPAC system, the rules that are to be followed for the naming of the carboxylic acid. Here we have some rules we all are know. One carbon means meth, 2 means eth, 3 means propane, prop, 4 means but, like that. Okay. According to this IUPAC system, what are the rules? The parent structure is selected which that the longest chain containing the carboxylic group. The carboxylic acid is named by replacing the E of the corresponding alkane with oic acid. It should be noted that the carbon atom containing the carboxylic group is always numbered, while C2 corresponds to the alpha carbon atom of the common system. See here, first of all, functional group, where it is started the functional group, we keep that one numbering. Basing on the numbering, we use meth, eth, prop, but, pent, hex, like that. Okay. Here 2-ethyl. In place of second carbon, we have ethyl group. That's why 2-ethyl butanoic acid. How many carbons are present in this structure? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why we use butanoic acid. See here, carboxylic acid is named by the replacing the E. In place of E, here carboxylic acid is present. That's why we pronounce it butanoic acid. See the second example. 4-chloro. How many carbon atoms are present in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Means hex. 6 means hex. Any substitutions are present in this one? Yes. In third position and fourth position we have substitutions. 4-chloro, 3-methyl hexanoic acid. 4-chloro, 3-methyl hexanoic acid. Okay students, are you clear this one? If you give numbering from the functional group side, if you have any substitutions that you mention first, then after how many carbon atoms are present, that one. If acid group is present here, that's why oic acid. Okay. The second one is 3-para-chloro-phenyl pentanoic acid. This chloro group is in para position, ortho meta para. Para-chloro phenyl. This is a phenyl pentanoic acid. Okay. This is the IUPAC name. In this IUPAC name we have some rules. We follow that rules and give the naming of the carboxylic acids. Okay. Now coming to the preparation of carboxylic acid. How we prepare these carboxylic acids. We already discussed the classification of the carboxylic acids and nomenclature of the carboxylic acid. Now coming to the preparation of the carboxylic acids. How we prepare the carboxylic acids. Here I explained 2-3 methods. Then after we will see. Okay. Preparation of carboxylic acid. Hydrolysis of nitriles, amides and esters. Carboxylic acids are prepared by hydrolysis of nitriles. By using these three, we prepare the, see here, by using these three, nitriles, amides and esters, we prepare the carboxylic acids. Okay. Through the hydrolysis process. See, carboxylic acids are prepared by hydrolysis of nitriles which contain cyano group. This method of preparation involves the formation of amides which upon hydrolysis yield carboxylic acid. I'll give notes here. Now, this is the exam time. That's why I'm preparing notes for this lesson. I'll give this notes. Take a screenshot this one. Okay. How we prepare the carboxylic acid from nitriles? See here. We take a cyanide group, undergo hydrolysis. Here cyanide undergoes hydrolysis. We give propanamide. See here, this bond break here. Undergo hydrolysis. H plus and OH minus. We got amide group here, NH group, NH2 group, propanamide. This propanamide undergo hydrolysis. What you get? Propanoic acid. No need to write mechanism. Directly you write the reaction. Okay. Nitrile group undergo hydrolysis. We get propanamide. This is an intermediate. This propanamide is an intermediate. This intermediate undergo hydrolysis. We get a propanoic acid. This is the one of the preparation method of carboxylic acid. This is the alkyl cyanides, alkyl nitrile groups. Now coming to the aryl group. How we get from aryl group? Cyanobenzene. Here we take cyanobenzene, undergo hydrolysis. We get intermediate benzamide. Benzamide undergo hydrolysis, benzoic acid. Okay, benzoic acid. Anyone observe in this lab, in your lab, benzoic acid? When esters are hydrolyzed with mineral acids. Esters. Now coming to the second one, esters. This is the one of the preparation method. Nitriles. Nitriles undergo hydrolysis. We form a intermediate. This intermediate again hydrolysis takes place. Hydrolysis. We get the particular carboxylic acid. Now coming to the second one. When esters, we take esters here hydrolyzed with mineral acids. Esters hydrolyzed with mineral acids. alkali, they are initially gives rise to a sodium salt. Same acids, these salts upon acid hydrolysis give corresponding acids and alcohols. See here, this is the ethyl esters. Undergo hydrolysis. What do you get? Methyl, ethanoic acid and ethyl alcohol. See here, this one with salt, sodium hydroxide and HCl, we get ethyl acid and methyl acid and ethyl alcohol and NaCl salt. How the process is going on? First of all, you take a ester, then sodium hydroxide, treated with sodium hydroxide. What will happen here? This is the mechanism. This sodium will attached here, then ethyl alcohol. This sodium acetate undergo reaction with HCl, we get the acetic acid and NaCl. Like this, we obtain this carboxylic acids. This is the one of the method from the esters. By using esters, we get the carboxylic acid. Here we use sodium hydroxide salt. Now coming to the carbonation of Grignard reagent. From Grignard reagent, we obtain the carboxylic acid. What is the Grignard reagent, students? Alkyl magnesium halides are nothing but Grignard reagent. By using this Grignard reagents, we get the carboxyl groups. When a Grignard reagent is treated with anhydrous CO2, carbon dioxide, it forms a complex compound which upon the hydrolysis yield a carboxylic acid. See here, carboxylic acid is so formed containing one carbon atom more than the starting compound. See here, we using the Grignard reagent, undergo carbon dioxide, react with carbon dioxide and anhydrous carbon dioxide. What we get here? We get this intermediate.